Hector, thank you very, very much for being here. You presented a very interesting paper based on an experiment that took place in Britain and in Germany, in two cities in Britain and in two cities, actually not in Britain, in Edinburgh and in Oxford, from the part of the United Kingdom, and in Berlin and Munich in Germany. The experiment was about practically redistribution from the national, from either the national or the local or the European level. Your findings seem to indicate that there is some redistribution, there is some willingness on behalf of individuals to actually give money and give resources, not only at the local level or even at the national level, but to some extent with not very big differences at the European level, which is in a way somewhat encouraging, even when this is not very rational to do so. So I would like to ask you the first question, as in a way following on these insightful findings. Do you think there is room for experimentation before we actually apply policies that affect, of course, millions of people in various different countries, either at the national or at the European level? And do you find some added value in terms of policy in such an attempt?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me to this very interesting workshop. And yeah, actually it's something we as social scientists have not done. And I think it's something we should. Experimentation has been commonly used in medical science and in biological science, for example. But when it comes to the economy, what we do is to simply implement our policies, not testing whether they are effective or not. I think before implementing such policies, we should try very different policies at a small scale and then only apply those that are successful at a larger scale.
Thank you very much. And the second question, in a way, I guess I could guess the answer to that question, but still I will make it. Imagine you were taking part in this experiment, and probably you would be one of the Oxford subjects. What would you do? I guess any economist who respects himself or herself would say I would give no money to either of these three conditions. But imagine you were to give some money. Do you think you could give? There would be any difference whatsoever between the different levels?
Yeah, well, as a rational economist, I should not do it. But I guess maybe I could invest the less at the national level. As an immigrant in the UK, I feel very close to the European feeling, so I would either invest at the local community, at the local level, or at the European one.
And of course that means that one would expect some differences with respect to what this European level refers to. Imagine, for example, that instead of having Europe in general, you had Spain for the British, or Denmark, for example, for some other subjects. Probably one is to expect differences. And what strikes me is the fact that you afterwards asked the subjects about which country they had in mind when we're talking about Europe. What is it that did you find any differences between the countries, like between Germany or even between the cities that you actually tried the experiment? Germany, Britain, Oxford, Munich, Berlin, and Edinburgh.
We do not find differences within the country, but we observe big differences between countries. So yeah, in German participants had mainly southern countries in mind, while the UK participants, some of them mention Brussels as a country, but most of them mention France or no country in particular. So yeah, I'm sure that has an influence in the results we observe.
Thank you very, very much.